Hey everybody, welcome to Liberia. Liberia is a small country on the west coast of Africa. It's a beautiful place with lush rainforests, stunning beaches and a rich culture. But Liberia also has a complex and fascinating history. Today we're going to explore Liberia's journey to independence. Buckle up, it's story time. Let's rewind to the early 1800s, a time when the world was vastly different from what we know today. Slavery cast a dark shadow over America, a nation grappling with its identity and moral compass. Many white Americans believed that black people were inferior, a belief that was deeply ingrained in the societal fabric of the time. They thought black people should not be free, and this belief justified the continuation of slavery in their minds. In response to the growing tension, a group of white Americans formed a society with a controversial mission. It was called the American Colonization Society, or ACS, and it aimed to address the issue of freed slaves in a way that reflected the complex attitudes of the time. This group wanted to send freed slaves back to Africa, believing that this would solve the racial issues in America. They believed this was the best solution for everyone, thinking it would benefit both the freed slaves and the American society.
In 1822, the first group of freed slaves arrived in Liberia, a land that was both foreign and promising. We landed in a place called Providence Island, a small piece of land that would become our new home. These early settlers faced immense challenges, from the unfamiliar terrain to the lack of established infrastructure. We had to build homes from scratch using whatever materials we could find. We had to clear land for farming, a task that was both labor-intensive and crucial for our survival. We also had to contend with unfamiliar diseases, which took a heavy toll on our community.
Despite these hardships, the resilience and determination of these early settlers laid the foundation for what would become the nation of Liberia. Their journey was fraught with peril, but it was also filled with hope and the promise of a new beginning. The story of Liberia is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring quest for freedom and self-determination. Life in Liberia wasn't easy. The early settlers faced numerous challenges that tested their resolve and determination. Many settlers died from diseases like malaria and yellow fever. These diseases were rampant and claimed many lives, making survival a daily struggle. The settlers also faced resistance from indigenous groups. These groups were protective of their land and way of life, leading to frequent conflicts. These groups had lived in Liberia for centuries. Their deep connection to the land made them wary of the newcomers. They were not happy about the newcomers claiming their land. The settlers' arrival disrupted the indigenous people's lives and traditions. Despite these hardships, the settlers persevered. They established farms, cultivated the land, and worked tirelessly to create a sustainable livelihood. They built schools to educate their children, understanding that education was key to their future success. They even created their own government, laying the foundation for a structured society. These pioneers were determined to build a new nation. It would be a nation where they could finally be free. Free from oppression, free to govern themselves, and free to create a better future for their descendants.
We had lived on this land for centuries. Our ancestors had cultivated it, and it held our history and traditions. We were not happy about the newcomers claiming our land. It felt like an invasion, and we were determined to protect our heritage. But we saw their determination and efforts to build a new life. Over time, some of us began to understand their plight and the reasons behind their journey.
The journey to building a nation was fraught with challenges, but it was also a testament to human resilience and the desire for a better life. Both settlers and indigenous people had to navigate a complex landscape of conflict, cooperation, and coexistence. Together, they laid the groundwork for what would become the modern nation of Liberia. One of the most important figures in Liberia's history was Joseph Jenkins Roberts. His contributions to the nation's journey towards independence are both profound and inspiring. Roberts was born free in Virginia, USA in 1809. His early life in America was marked by the challenges and opportunities that came with being a free black man in a predominantly slaveholding society. He moved to Liberia with his family when he was a young man, seeking a new life in a land that promised freedom and opportunity for African Americans. Roberts quickly rose to prominence in the colony. His keen business acumen and leadership skills set him apart from his peers. He became a successful merchant, establishing himself as a key figure in the local economy. His success in business was a testament to his hard work and determination. He was also a skilled diplomat, adept at navigating the complex political landscape of the time. His ability to negotiate and build alliances was crucial for the young colony.
In 1839, I became the first governor of Liberia. It was a position that came with immense responsibility and challenges. I knew that Liberia needed to become independent to truly thrive. The colony's future depended on its ability to stand on its own and be recognized as a sovereign nation. I worked tirelessly to gain recognition for Liberia from other countries. This was no easy task, as many nations were hesitant to acknowledge a new African republic. I also negotiated with the indigenous groups to try and establish peaceful relations. Building trust and cooperation with the native population was essential for the stability and growth of Liberia.
Under Robert's leadership, Liberia declared its independence on July 26, 1847. This historic moment marked the beginning of a new era for the nation. The Liberian flag, a symbol of freedom and unity, waved proudly in the wind, representing the hopes and dreams of its people. The road to independence was long and arduous, but the determination and resilience of leaders like Joseph Jenkins Roberts paved the way for a brighter future. Today, Liberia stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of its people and their unwavering quest for freedom. Section 5, the Declaration of Independence. Finally, on July 26, 1847, Liberia declared its independence. This was a momentous occasion. It was the culmination of years of struggle and sacrifice. Liberia became the first independent republic in Africa. It became a beacon of hope for enslaved Africans throughout the world. Liberia's constitution was modeled after the United States Constitution. It guaranteed freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and the right to a fair trial. However, only men of color could vote or hold office. Indigenous people were excluded from citizenship. Section 6. A nation divided. Sadly, Liberia's early years were marked by tension and division. The Americo-Liberians, descendants of the freed slaves, held most of the power. They often discriminated against the indigenous people. This led to resentment and conflict.
Despite these challenges, Liberia made significant progress. The country developed a thriving economy based on agriculture and trade. Liberia's natural resources, such as rubber and timber, were in high demand.
Section 7. The love of liberty. Liberia has always cherished its independence. The name Liberia itself comes from the Latin word liber, meaning free. The Liberian flag is a testament to their love of liberty. It features 11 red and white stripes, representing the signatories of the Liberian Declaration of Independence. The single white star on a blue background symbolizes Liberia's status as a lone, independent state on the African continent at the time. Liberia's motto, "The love of liberty brought us here," reflects the country's unique history and the aspirations of its founders. Liberia faced many challenges in the 20th century. The country experienced periods of political instability and civil war. These conflicts had a devastating impact on Liberia's people. They also damaged the country's infrastructure. However, Liberia has shown remarkable resilience.
In 2005, I was elected president. I became the first female head of state in Africa. I worked tirelessly to rebuild Liberia after years of conflict. My focus was on promoting peace, reconciliation, and economic development.
Liberian culture is a vibrant blend of African and American traditions. Music and dance are integral parts of Liberian life.
From the upbeat rhythms of Kapanlogo to the soulful melodies of hipko, Liberian music reflects our diverse cultural heritage. We Liberians are known for our warmth, hospitality, and resilience. We have a strong sense of community and a deep-rooted belief in the importance of family.
Today, Liberia is a country on the rise. It is a democracy with a growing economy. Liberia is still facing challenges such as poverty, corruption, and the legacy of past conflicts. However, the Liberian people are determined to build a brighter future for themselves and their children. They are working hard to create a more peaceful, just, and prosperous society. So there you have it, folks. That's a quick look at Liberia's incredible journey to independence and beyond. From its humble beginnings as a settlement for freed slaves, Liberia has overcome countless obstacles to become a symbol of hope and resilience in Africa. Let's celebrate Liberia's rich history, vibrant culture, and the indomitable spirit of its people. Happy Independence Day, Liberia.